Hey YouTube, it's Sandy here. Happy Thursday. I'm here today to give an update on my Samsung oven that I told you about that blew up several weeks ago. It is finally repaired, but I tell you, it has really been a journey. So when I made my last video, it had just had the accident on that day. As I mentioned in that video, I was using the self-cleaning functions on the oven, and while it was going through the process, I heard the sound of glass and went in, and my oven door had basically shattered. So I had made a claim on that day, and it was on a Sunday, but I was able to use the chat feature with Samsung and tell them what happened. They took the information, they were apologetic and everything. They said they would pass it on to a third party because they subcontract this work out. So they told me to expect a call and everything, and they, had the claim in their records. So, okay, I wait a couple days. The company calls me, and they basically say, I need to know what happened. And I explain all that to them again. They asked for my address and everything. And then they said, okay, we'll send someone out, and it's going to cost, I don't even remember what it was, maybe like $200 or something like that. And I'm like, excuse me? No, you don't understand. This stove is 3 years old, and explain what happened and everything. And they were like, well, no, yeah, it's not under warranty anymore because it's 3 years old, and so you will be responsible for the charges. Well, I'm not talking to Samsung at this point. Like I said, this is a third party company that they contract this work out to. So I said, well, let me just contact Samsung again. So I contacted them again, and they basically went through the same thing. And I said, well, I mean, with all the problems that Samsung is having with the phones blowing up, the washers blowing up, and now my stove, it would seem to me that Samsung would be willing to, just stand behind their products and do the repairs. I mean, obviously this, is nothing that I could have made up. That you could see the stove, the glass was blown out or whatever. So anyway, they were like, no, ma'am, we're sorry. There will be a charge to fix it because there's no warranty. I said, okay. So I hang up the phone and I take to social media. I get on Facebook and I post my experience with them, that their stove has blown up and they're not willing to repair the stove or stand behind their product. And of course, I tag them in my post, and I go directly to their Samsung page on Facebook and write this. I also go to Twitter, and on Twitter I basically say the same thing and tag Samsung in there. Well, within 15 minutes, no exaggeration, within 15 minutes, I got a response to both the Facebook and the Twitter response. And they basically came back and said, we're really sorry for what has happened. We will do a one-time courtesy to you and send someone out to repair your stove. And so that's basically what happened. So they contacted the third party company again and basically told them to come out without a charge. So called the company back. It took several days because they hadn't called me right away. So then I had to get their number and call them. They finally scheduled a time to come out, and then the guy that came said, well, we don't have the part to fix it, so we've got to order it for you. And he said it'll be in 2 days. So that would have been last Friday. So last Friday, I'm waiting for them to come. Then I get a call saying, sorry, the part didn't come in. Can we come on Monday? Okay. So same thing happens again Monday. They call, oh, it didn't come on the truck. It'll come on the truck tomorrow, which was Tuesday. And it'll be on the late arrival, the late UPS truck when they get the part or whatever. Long story short, I said, look, I need my stove because now I'm talking 3 weeks, I think it's been since I've had my oven. And Thanksgiving is coming, so I need my oven, obviously. So long story short, they finally came, and you can see here, I'm going to try to show you, the glass has been repaired. So no longer an issue with the stove. The reason I'm coming on here to share this is really to talk about the power of social media, because if I had not taken to Facebook and Twitter and all of this, I don't think the stove would have been repaired. If I had taken the route of saying, well, let me talk to a manager, I could just envision that they would say the same thing. Sorry, ma'am, it's a 3-year-old stove. We're not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah. But social media is a very powerful, powerful platform to voice your complaints, concerns, or whatever. It is a wonderful tool for the consumers to make sure that you're not taken advantage of, basically, and that you can get resolution to your issues. It's very important to be able to do that. So I would encourage anybody else that may go through a situation where you're not able to get satisfaction through the customer servicing representative or manager or whatever, just take to social media. Don't even let it upset you. Don't get into no arguments. You don't have to raise your voice. You just hang up the phone and get your computer and start posting. Same thing happened to me a couple years ago with Best Buy. I had a situation with them with getting a delivery, and I was just complaining because my delivery was late, but they saw the post and they reached out to me and they gave me additional money off of my product. So, it works, and they don't want thousands of people seeing the complaint. Years ago when you would call customer service and have a complaint or not be happy with a company or whatever, it was just between you and that person that you talked to. But now you can get online, and hundreds, if not thousands of people can actually see, what happened. And they don't need that type of press, especially Samsung with everything that they're going through right now. Another thing that I wanted to share today is in my favorite things video, I talked about the fact that I liked essential oils, and I like to diffuse them. And I had just bought this diffuser probably a month or so before I made that video. So probably 2 months before I made the video. And the diffuser was working fine. I put my essential oils in before I would go to bed at night, and all was well. Well, one night I filled the diffuser up and I laid in the bed and I just started hearing this water running. And I'm like, what is that? So I get up and I see water coming from the diffuser, and it was sitting on a stand that I have upstairs. The water was running off of this stand, from the bottom of the diffuser. So it was leaking. So I was like, wow. Well, to use my own advice that I just gave, you should always go back to the person that you purchased from, which I actually ordered it on Amazon. But weeks went by and I was like, I need to order a new diffuser. So when I went online, I went to look at the diffuser that I had ordered because I wanted to make sure I did not order the same kind. And it is a, what is it? I have to put my glasses on, When you get older, you just can't see as well. It is a Urpower, Urpower. And yeah, so I went on to look at what kind, because I'm like, I'm not going to get that kind again. Well, when I went in to see my previous order, there was an option for me to rate the product, to leave a review. So I went on, of course, and I said, after a couple months of owning this diffuser, it started leaking. So I would not purchase again and do not recommend, basically. Well, unbeknownst to me, the seller saw my comment and reached out to me and asked me, you know, more about what was happening. And I explained to them, and they said, oh, well, we're really sorry. We're going to send you a new one. So today I received my brand new diffuser from them. So I thank you very much, the sellers of Your Power on Amazon. This is what you call customer service. This is not something that I asked them to do. I was just simply stating my opinion, but it paid off, and I have a brand new diffuser. So I am happy about that. So tonight I'm going to put my oils in there and hopefully have a nice rest tonight because I've been missing it since my other diffuser was no longer functioning properly. So that is all that I have to share today. Leave your customer servicing experiences down in the comments section if you've experienced similar things or that you would like to share with others. Also, I would really love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not currently one of our subscribers, please subscribe so that you can see additional videos that Sister Cousins has coming out in the days to come. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Bye.